These are the best motorcycles at the 2017 Motorcycle Show, according to me. Your opinion may differ, but we had a great time down in Long Beach looking at bikes. Number one, the Germans have come up with a new R9T that looks like the old adventure bikes, but it is the streetable R9T. Now you might say, well, that's not a real adventure bike. A real adventure bike has metal luggage on it and stuff, and it's adventure-y. But look at the chunky tires. Look at the big off-road fender. Look at the simple instrumentation. It's a beautiful machine. So they've taken their R9T kind of street cafe racer standard bike and they've made it a little bit more adventure-y with the classic 1970s, 1980s color scheme from the old adventure bikes. Very nice. And next, the Honda Rebel. You're saying that's an old bike. Well, you're right, but look at what has happened to the Rebel this year. They've come up with a catchy new logo to attract the hipster crowd, and look at this style. Same little parallel twin engine, but a whole new kind of Yamaha looking modern, retro, nouveau, hipster, fantastic plastic, Spartan kind of style. And if you want to customize it, check it out. You can put stripes on it, you can put a brown seat on it, you can paint shark teeth on it, or you can put some big old BMX style ape hangers on it and bob it out. So there you go. And next, the Ducati. This Ducati two-wheeler isn't a motorcycle at all. I fooled you, it's a rototiller. So there you go, the Ducati rototiller. But if you want a real Ducati, there you go. The super, what is that called? The Mamma Mia, that's the spicy meatball. Super Leggera, $12.99. So $12.99 is not the price, that's the model number. The price is probably double or triple that. But there you go. You want to go fast? Like the Italian Ricky Bobby, Riccardo Babino, this is your bike. And if you like to go slow and you want a Ducati, and you like to go in the dirt, there you go. The Ducati Scrambler is another one of my favorites. It looks like a ton of fun to ride. Next, I always love the Lowrider best of all. Every time I go to the Harley booth, it's my favorite bike. So you got this one with the old blacked out Mario Brothers mushroom air cleaner, and just keeping it simple for years and years and years. A lowrider will always be a lowrider. And if you like the Buick of motorcycles, there you go. Big, fat, obnoxious, shiny chrome on this Indian. It's hard to describe how gigantic this thing is unless you're standing right next to it, but it is just silly big, and it would be a lot of fun to take for a ride. They do have bikes that aren't as porky as this, but man, look at the shiny, look at the big, look at the fat. If you're tired of looking at all the fat and shiny, check out this little guy. It's the all-new Suzuki Van 200 for 2017, selling for $45.99. So this is a cute little enduro bike that you can ride on the street. And it is little in the middle and packs much back with this fat back tire, and looks like just a lot of fun to ride on and off the road and around town. Probably not on the freeway though. If you want beef, best bring the Ruckus. The Honda Ruckus hasn't changed in decades, but it's still one of my favorite bikes for 2017, even though it hasn't changed a bit. It doesn't need to change. If you need to go more than 45 miles an hour, this is not your bike, but if you like 80 miles a gallon, this is your bike. And now for something completely different, Kawasaki brings back the jet ski, the old stand-up jet ski with the handlebars, so get ready to get wet. I know this isn't a motorcycle, so sorry, the title of this video is no longer accurate. Behold the Kawasaki Z125, a mini bike for nostalgic old guys or for ladies with short legs or everybody in between, the vertically challenged and the people who just like to have a lot of fun on a little bike. Now you might be saying, hey, the Honda Grom is better than this, but this one has a racing sticker on it, so that means it's actually more better for racing than the Honda Grom would be. So yeah, obviously a ripoff of the Honda Grom by Kawasaki, but neat little bike nonetheless, like a baby ninja. Selling for a mere $29.99. And if you're in the market for a 550-pound flat track replica bike, there you go, the SCR 950 Yamaha. So this is the Yamaha Bolt kitted up to look like a flat track Jay Springsteen dirt track terrorist motorcycle. So that is pretty slick. You got the little fly screen, got some skid plates, some chunky tires, and got that scrambler look for the guys who are never ever going to take it off the pavement. Crikey, they've murderized a BMX bike! And from the Nouveau Retro department, from the people at Polaris, the Indian Scout is a beautiful bike. kind of hybrid between the modern and the classic look. And if you want one that goes fast, step over to the Victory booth, and they've got the same engine in a bike that's got a little more punch to it and a sportier frame and black look. You can see it red lines at 8,000, so it's not your average cruiser motor. It's called the Octane, and that's from Victory. And they claim it makes 105 horsepower, so that's enough to have some fun. And for riders who can't stand the smell of gasoline, here's an electric motorcycle from Victory. It's got good range. It charges in 8 hours on a 110-volt connection, so you could ride it to work, plug it in, charge it for free, ride for free, steal electricity from the company if that's the thing you like to do. Styling is nice, and the range is over 100 miles, so this would be a great commuter bike. Come on along, darling, and take a ride in my land yard. Alright, this is all together too shiny. It's a boat on wheels. Technically, if it has 3 wheels, it's considered a motorcycle by the state of California, so is a little bit of breach of contract when you look at my description, but this is still technically a motorcycle. So this is called the Venice by Vanderhaal Motorsports. They build fancy tricycles like this. And it's the Z900 from the Kawasaki Oxymoron department. Refined, raw, basic motorcycle. I really like a lot of the 900 kind of, not necessarily entry level, but all around good gas mileage, wheelie machine kind of fun bikes that are coming out now. So this is a great example of that. Eric Buell is like Jason from Friday the 13th. He just will not die, and his motorcycle company will not die. And you got to respect that. He's been building beautiful bikes for decades now, no matter what financial stuff comes his way, and I really hope he's successful with this. 1190 SX is a beautiful machine and looks like a ton of fun to ride. So good luck, Eric. I've always liked the Can-Am Spyder too. I know, again, it's not a motorcycle, but you got to take one of these for a test drive and to really appreciate it. I've never seen very many on the road, so I don't know who actually buys them, but they're a ton of fun, so it goes on my list of favorite bikes to see at the show. Stop! Hammer time! So this is the Victory Hammer. I really love this bike because it's Victory's own style. You know, they're not really trying to rip anybody off. They've got their own look to it. It's a great functioning bike. As far as I've heard from everybody I've talked to who's ridden one, they're reliable, they're fun to ride, they've got great power, and it's just a great, unique American motorcycle machine. That's the Hammer S, $18,499 plus tax. And coming in at $56.99, the Suzuki Savage, now called the Boulevard S40, is one of my favorite bikes of all time. And every year, it's on my favorite bikes list. So here it is again. Why is it good? It's light, it's reliable, it's kind of like riding a bicycle on the street, great for beginners and great for intermediates and people who just want an easy bike to ride. And just like the last bike, it doesn't have to be a new model to be the best bike of 2017. If you're on a budget and you want to go adventure, enduro riding around the world, the KLR 650 from Kawasaki is pretty badass. It's probably 100 pounds lighter than the BMW or the Yamaha, and it'll get you anywhere you need to go in style with your luggage without breaking down. So shout out to Kawasaki KLR. Thanks for watching, and I will see you at the motorcycle show next year.